Today we talk about the proper way to throw to first base after a drop third strike. Hey, what's going on, fellas? How we doing? Matt Antonelli here. Today we're talking about the proper way to throw the ball to first base after dropping a third strike or having a third strike be pitched in the dirt. Before we get into exactly how to do it, let's talk about when you have to do it because I do see this messed up a little bit um, by some catchers. So anytime the pitch is um, anytime we're with two strikes, right, and the ball's either thrown in the dirt or is dropped by the catcher, if there is no outs or one out and there's nobody at first base, so first base is not occupied, we're going to have to throw the ball to first base or tag the runner. If there's two outs, it doesn't matter who's on base. If there's two outs, you will always have to tag or throw the ball to first base if it's a drop third strike, or if the ball's in the dirt. The only time you won't have to throw the ball to first base or tag the runner is if first base is occupied, so there's a man on first base, and there is no outs or one out. If that's the case, you do not have to throw the ball to first base. You do not have to tag the runner. Even if the runner steals, so if there's a man on first, two strikes, with let's say no outs or one out, and the runner steals, and it's strike three and you drop it or it's in the dirt, you do not have to tag the runner because first base was occupied even though the runner was stealing. So it's important first to understand the rules, and then now we'll talk about exactly what we want to think and what we want to do when this happens. So there's a couple of options. The first one is you always want to try to go for the tag first. So the ball's in the dirt, right? Sometimes the batter runner or the hitter doesn't realize that you dropped it, doesn't realize the pitch was in the dirt, and they'll just stand there or they'll start to walk back to the dugout. In that case, you want to pick the ball up quickly, run over it, and tag the runner. Anytime we can limit the amount of throws we make, we want to do that. Okay, that's the first thing. If we can't tag them, so the runner realizes it or the hitter realizes it, and he takes off the first base, now we have a couple of options. Depending on where the ball goes, we need to either clear the base runner and clear the baseline this way, or clear the base runner and baseline that way. So we never want to just pick the ball up and try to throw the ball over the base runner. Okay. It's very similar to a rundown where we need to pick a lane so that we have a throwing lane to throw the ball to first base. So in most cases, the ball will bounce somewhere in fair territory or somewhere in front of us here. Most cases there, we're going to pick the ball up. We're going to step into fair territory so we can clear a lane. So now we're on this side of the line. Vasquez has a lane the first, and he fires. As the first baseman, if the catcher moves inside, you're going to want to put your left foot on the bag so that you give him a target to the inside. If the if the catcher goes to foul territory, then you will come in foul territory. You'll put your right foot on the bag and your left foot will be in foul territory, and you'll give the catcher a lane outside. Okay? When you're coming out here, depending how much time you have, you can continue to move into fair territory and you can continue to gain distance towards first base. If you don't have a lot of time, then you may just block the ball, step in the fair territory, and throw just like this. Okay? So time will kind of dictate how much you need to get inside, how much you may be able to go here. Important thing is to set your feet. So make sure you move into the throwing lane, create the throwing lane, set your feet, make a good strong throw. We want to try to limit the amount of times where we're throwing on the run, right? There may be, maybe an instance here or there where you may have to, but most times you're going to be able to move into and create the throwing lane, set your feet, give a nice strong throw. There will also be every now and then the situation where you will have bases loaded 2 outs, swing and miss by the catcher or by the hitter. You block the ball in the dirt. All you need to do in that case is step on home plate. Okay, so if you have bases loaded, 2 outs, you do not have to tag the runner. You do not have to throw the ball to first base. You simply pick the ball up and come and step on home. Okay, because there's a force out there, bases loaded. Again, only with 2 outs. With 1 out, the batter is out because first base is occupied. Right? With 2 outs, it doesn't matter where the runners are. So with the bases loaded, you get the force out at home. Just come and step on the plate. As a coach, if you're a coach, I like to remind the catchers when you get the bases loaded, 2 outs, it's a good idea to remind the catcher, hey, strike 3 in the dirt here, just step on home plate, because sometimes they won't realize it, they'll forget. And I have seen it actually once before. Bases loaded, 2 outs, ball in the dirt, catcher blocks the ball. All he has to do is step on home. He comes flying out here, throws the ball to first, almost throws it away. Team just gets him out. I'm sure someone out there has seen the catcher do that before, where I'm sure it's happened. Bases loaded, they come running out, throw the ball at first, throw it away, and all of a sudden run start scoring when all he had to do was step on the plate. So important to realize this and make the catcher aware when you're in that situation. So again, just to recap quickly, I block the ball anytime I can tag the hitter, tag him. If I can't, if it's easier for me to get into fair territory, I get into fair territory. If the ball comes up and hits me and gets over here and it moves that way, then I'll come retrieve the ball and I'll step that way. It's whatever is easiest and quickest for you to clear a path, you're going to do. So you're either going to step inside or step outside. First baseman will move with you. If you're inside, he'll go inside. If you're outside, he'll go outside. Very easy. Get there, set your feet, make a strong throw. Bases loaded, 2 outs, block the ball, step on the plate. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Important part of the game, again, make sure you're practicing it. Right, make sure you're practicing blocking the ball, getting up, creating a lane, get inside, get outside, make the throw to first. All right. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. Please subscribe to the channel. Give the video a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. Share it with all your friends. Also, check out our Instagram page, Antonelli Baseball, and my Twitter feed, Antonelli9. In the description box below, I've put a bunch of links to books that I've been reading recently, or just books that I've owned for a while that I continuously go back to. Also, some training tools that we use with all of our players during winter workouts and the spring and summer season. Also, check out our website, AntonelliBaseball.com, where we're always doing lessons and have information on our teams up there, so check that out. Other than that, that's all I got, guys. Thank you again for watching. Good luck to you guys that are in season right now, and we will talk to you later.